खालसा वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। कुछ मिनट आपां अंग्रेजी दे विच जो इत्थे हो रहा ये सारे घटनाक्रम का बयान आपां अंग्रेजी दे विच देवांगे ते फिर अड्डो अड्ड कम्यूनिटी दे बुलारियां नूं टाइम दिता जाएगा।
वधिया है भाजी, माइक मूंह दे नेड़े रखो, आवाज घट पता लगे।
An Indian court has issued death warrants for Bhai Balwant Singh Rajoana, ordering him to be hanged until death on March 31st, 2012. Bhai Rajoana was given a death sentence in 2007 for assassinating then Punjab Chief Minister Bhai Singh in 1995. Bhai Singh had become Chief Minister of Punjab with less than 9% of the vote in 1992. His party won the election due to a boycott of the election by all Sikh parties who were demanding that a fair election take place under UN supervision. During Bhai Singh's government, state terrorism expressed itself in a depraved way, as rapes, tortures in police stations increased, as did the number of extrajudicial killings of men, women and children. The long history of Indian states' discrimination and violence against Sikhs forms the backdrop for socio-political scenario in Punjab at the time of Bhai Singh's execution. The Indian state is an occupational force in Punjab, and since 1947 it has aimed to consolidate its power through colonizing gestures and systematic violence on multiple levels. The Sikh struggle against the Indian state has been democratic and peaceful between 1952 and 1982, but the Indian state's logic of hatred and the need to repress the distinctive Khalsa has been powerful and persistent. The Indian nation's invasion of Darbar Sahib, Amritsar, and more than 40 other gurdwaras in June 84, followed by the massacre of Sikh youth under Operation Woodrose, as well as the anti-Sikh pogroms throughout India in November 84, provoked Sikhs to an armed struggle. In its war against the Sikhs, the Indian state had the cooperation of individuals like Bhai Singh. Between 1984 and 1995, the Punjab police, the Indian paramilitary forces, the Indian army killed Sikh youth indiscriminately in massive numbers, and these activities radically increased during the time of Bhai Singh. Though India's judiciary is often praised for its commitment to liberal values and the supposed secular ground on which it adjudicates between different religious communities, India's war on Sikhs exposes the Indian legal systems to be a farce. In fact, the legal system is another way that the state conducts its campaign of violence. Those responsible for mass murder of the Sikhs in November of 1984 have not only never been brought to justice, but have actually been given high government posts, which they continue to enjoy till this day. The Indian state has yet to hold itself responsible for its own genocidal crimes. By contrast, the Indian state paints those Sikhs who refuse to submit to the Indian violence and occupation as the ones that need to be brought to justice. Bhai Balwant Singh Rajoana is not responsible for killing innocents or mass murders, but he did take upon himself to punish one individual, Bhai Singh, who was responsible for the mass murders, fake encounter, rapes. If Bhai Balwant Singh is the recipient of Indian justice, then why aren't those who regularly oppress and murder minorities in India given the same just treatment? Bhai Balwant Singh Rajoana defies the Indian state's narrative about the Sikh insurgency and has powerfully shown that the law of the occupational force cannot claim to be legitimate. Bhai Balwant Singh Rajoana could not ideally witness the violence perpetrated against the Sikhs and took action. Since his arrest in 1995, Bhai Balwant Singh has owned his actions and has refused to acknowledge the validity of the Indian justice system. His act is not a crime, but marked a war between one sovereign nation and another. His action and legacy will be an inspiration for Sikhs because it exposes not just the violence of the state, but also its extreme fragility, its own weakness, its own void of power. The authority of the Indian state over the communities that reside within its borders has been shown to be a lie. again and again. And Sikhs like Bhai Balwant Singh will continue to expose this fiction in the future. Bolo Sonihal! ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਦਾ, ਸਮੂਹ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਬੰਧਕ ਕਮੇਟੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਔਰ ਸਮੂਹ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਭਾਈਆਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਕੰਮਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਜਾਬ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਿੰਦੁਸਤਾਨ ਦੀ ਹਕੂਮਤ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸੰਦੇਸ਼ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੀਰਾਂ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਕਾਂ ਲਈ ਕੁਰਬਾਨ ਹੋਣ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉਹ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਮੌਤ ਦੇ ਘਾਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਤਾਰ ਸਕਦੇ।
ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ।
ਤੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਜਿਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਚਿਰ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹਿੱਕ ਤੇ ਝੰਡੇ ਲਹਿਰਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਹੱਕ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।